Tamam, spicy. Evet. Good. Pomegranate. Limon.
Wow.
Evet, salata. Evet.
It's our first morning here in Istanbul, and today we've just decided to go and do some of the main touristy things that can be done here. But we're going to leave the Blue Mosque till tomorrow because it's Friday today, so it won't be open to the public till 2:30, and we imagine it'll still be fairly busy. So yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. And now we're just going to walk from our hostel to the area where all these different things are, because it seems like a nice walk, and why not? So we've got to the Galata Bridge, which was built in its current form in 1912 by a German company. But I just wanted to look at this view across the river. Ooh. I just love these domes and these mosques dotted around. It looks so beautiful.
Ne olur?
Pardon.
Sorry. This is known as the Egyptian bazaar, apparently. And yeah, it's really pretty, all these different herbs and spices. You can smell them all over the place, and teas and sweets as well, mostly. All looks very colourful, very pretty. Yeah, really nice. So we're just waiting to come into the Basilica cistern, and this was a massive cistern built in the city. What year? There we go, 532 AD, and it was built as a massive filtration system to hold all the requirements of the Grand Palace here, and also a couple of the bigger surrounding, more important buildings. We're just at the door, and already this place looks huge. I can find out later how many square meters this covers, but it is really, really big and really, really tall. And you've got all these big columns holding up the ceiling. This column is a different design to all the others, and it's called the crying column. And apparently it's called the crying column for a couple of reasons. First of all, because it's wet, unlike the other columns, and second of all, in memory of the thousands of slaves who died building this building. That was nice of them. They got to die to build this, but they got a nice column, so it's okay. Here she is, the Medusa. Interesting that it was the Romans who built this and brought it over, but they brought over like Greek mythology rather than Roman mythology here. Just behind me is the Hagia Sophia, which was built also in the 500s AD, so about the same time as the Basilica that we've just been to, and actually it's literally just in front of the Basilica as well. And originally it was built as a Greek Orthodox cathedral and was the largest building in the world. After it was a church for over 1,000 years, it also spent some time being a mosque, and I imagine that's when the minaret was added. It does look a different colour to the rest of the building. This place is gorgeous. I can't believe just how beautiful it is. And it's so big. It's amazing. It's really interesting with the Islamic writing all around, the Arabic, but also at the top of a lot of these domes you've got mosaics of Jesus and Madonna. It's a proper mix, and you can see the history of both as a church and as a mosque. They've all kind of been preserved together, and it's really, really gorgeous effect. This little engraving here, apparently that was done by a Viking general in the Roman Imperial Army in the 9th century. Who knew Vikings were in the Roman army, ever? We're back in the same part of town as we were yesterday because there's quite a lot of things that we still didn't see. So the first thing that we're going to do is go and find one of the big mosques in the area, which is Suleiman's Mosque. And then later on we'll also go and visit the Blue Mosque too. So this is the front of the mosque. And Danny tells me it's the second biggest mosque in Istanbul. It's so beautiful. And then more of the city. It's a good view here.
Really nice.
So that's Europe. We're in Europe. That's Asia. Today we are saying goodbye to Europe and hello to Asia. We're going to hop on a ferry from the European side of Istanbul and then go over to the other side and see the Asian side. Minutes later and we're in Asia. First things first, we're going to go and get ourselves a drink. Where are we going, Dan?
It's called Coffee Manifesto.
What's interesting about Coffee Manifesto?
It's Coffee Communist Manifesto.
Yeah, Dan is telling me that this place is run by communists. It's quite unusual, and apparently there's two communist cafes around here, so I'm going to go and check one out.
And apparently the coffee's good.
And apparently yes. You know I'm a real adult because I'm drinking coffee through a straw with 3 sugars. This area of town's quite interesting because we read that there's a lot of Armenian Orthodox people here. So it's slightly different community of people. We've already gone past one kind of Orthodox looking church. It looked like it had Greek writing, but I'm guessing there's the crossover with Armenian there. But there we go, I think we've come to the cafe section. It's very sudden, wasn't it? Hello, big cat. We were just saying that this part of town reminds us both of Greece. Neither of us been to Greece, but like if you kind of imagined it, just kind of the white buildings and the kind of steep steps and looking onto the blue water. Yeah, it's really pretty here, isn't it? Right. We're on the ferry and we're nearly back now to our hostel. and we didn't really hit any of the main things to see in the Asian part, did we? We just kind of did a lot of walking and just getting a feel for the place. That was that nice area with all the colourful buildings, and that was really nice. And there's a couple of nice main shopping areas with cafes and shops and restaurants and stuff. I don't feel like we've done very much, and yet we have walked a lot and seen quite a lot, just without hitting any tourist spots. Had a nice day.
Yeah, very nice.